Good afternoon, distinguished guests, colleagues, and friends. As we gather to celebrate 30 remarkable years of the Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas, it is my privilege to introduce a leader whose passion and dedication embody the very spirit of AMPA. Dr. Cliff Eke, our current president, is a board certified general and thoracic surgeon and the longest running champion of AMPA's medical missions. For years, he has led by example, bringing healing to underserved communities and inspiring philanthropy through mission work that changes lives both on both sides of the ocean. Under his leadership, AMPA continues to honor our rich legacy while forging a bold future ahead, connecting Nigerian physicians across North America, advancing healthcare initiatives in Nigeria, and telling the powerful story of who we are through book and documentary. Please join me in welcoming a visionary leader, a tireless servant, a true champion of AMPA's mission, Dr. Cliff Eke.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Susan Edionwe, for the wonderful introduction. I'm so excited to be here today. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're joining us from the part of the world, My name is Dr. Cliff Eke. I'm the current president of the Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas, AMPA. On behalf of our organization, I'm delighted to welcome each and every one of you to this fabulous occasion of the worldwide premiere hybrid of AMPA at 30 documentary, video, and book launch in celebration of 3 decades of excellence, collaborations, perseverance, healthcare advocacy, education, and service. I also like to apologize for the technical difficulties we had at first attempt of this event on June 28, 2025. Today, we are streaming on both Zoom webinar and YouTube platforms. Today, we are streaming on both Zoom webinar and YouTube and have many people on both platforms. Notably, this is the first event of its kind in AMPA's history, but it's not the moment for long speeches, as the documentary and the book will enable you to understand the labor of love AMPA has embarked on for 30 years. Please permit me to take a moment and thank our past presidents, current board members, past board members, National ESCO, especially our president-elect, Dr. Getty Anyanwoke, our national treasurer, Dr. Lanre Jimo, our immediate past president, Dr. Chinyere Anyogo. They are always in the trenches with me. I also want to thank the chapter chairs, committee chairs, our members, special guests, dignitaries, kings and queens. Yes, we have kings and queens on this line, both in Nigeria and here in the US. Current and past governors of states are online, government organizations, non-government organizations, our sponsors, our diaspora organization presidents and partners, and you, our guests and friends. As we say in Nigeria, all protocols observed. I would like to quickly introduce people that are here in Southern California, in the epicenter of this event, in the beautiful home of AMPA founder, Dr. Acho Emerowa, and his beautiful wife, engineer Mrs. Meg Emerowa, here in beautiful Southern California, where ironically, AMPA was born 30 years ago. And I'll even change my video, see if we can see them. Well, give me a second. Let me try this technical thing. Can you guys see? Can we see Orlando? Can we see everybody? I hope we can see everybody in the audience. Anyway, I wanted to make sure I recognize people that are here with me. And let me go back to my other screen. PC screen. Okay. So going on, besides the Emerowas, I have Dr. Dapo and Mrs. Lily Popola, Dr. Julius and Mrs. Stella Padowa, they're on their way, and also Solomon King, production and his crew. I think Mr. Charles Morse is here. Orlando has been our technical expert, is here. And let me see who else is here. I think we're expecting more people. And of course, I can't forget our okay. I think I hope you can still hear me. For example, for some reason, Zoom decided to reboot itself as I was talking. So, last but not the least is our AMPA First Lady, Lolo Mrs. Adayeke, who is actually my boss, is also in the house. So, I also like to take a moment of silence in remembrance of our fallen members, spouses, children, and family, especially Dr. Dan Wankwo, who coincidentally passed away on this day, August 16, 1998. So we're going to observe a moment of silence now before we continue. Thank you. God grant them eternal rest and comfort us and their families. Amen. One of my favorite quotes says, "The most satisfying work in life is helping others. The most powerful force in life is love. And the most beautiful attire is a smile." So AMPA has put smiles on thousands of people. And these celebrations today are dedicated with love to all AMPA members, past, present, and future. This important brief documentary video and history book of AMPA will take you through a remarkable journey from humble beginnings to our triumphs and tribulations, chronicling our leaders' activities, scientific conventions and publications, medical, surgical, dental, ophthalmic missions, training skills and capacity building programs, epidemic and a pandemic, cultural enrichment, our chapters, committees, members, and sister organizations. Our gratitude goes out to everyone who has played a role in our evolution and success. Remember, AMPA cares. And our slogan is, "We are better together." So thank you for joining us. And I would like to continue our program by introducing one of my very good friends, Dr. Stanley Okoro, who is a board-certified plastic and reconstructive surgeon in Atlanta, Georgia. So he's making a lot of money there. He's also the co-chair of our medical mission committee. He is the president of AMPA Foundation, as well as a current board chair. Dr. Okoro, over to you. He will introduce our sponsor of this event today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Eke, for the wonderful introduction. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Collins, a board-certified nephrologist and hypertension specialist. She has earned her undergraduate and medical degrees from University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, where she also completed her residency in internal medicine and fellowship training in nephrology and hypertension. After several years in private practice nephrology, Dr. Collins was driven to focus on prevention, particularly in resistant hypertension. She went on to establish and lead a dedicated clinic in the area for about 16 years, motivated by the disproportionate impact of kidney disease on African American communities. Dr. Collins joined Vertex Pharmaceuticals in 2022 to contribute her research and awareness around APOL-mediated kidney disease, AMKD. We are honored to have her with us today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Okoro. That was a delightful Whoops, I think I'm muted. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you very well.
Okay, great. Thank you, Dr. Okoro. And thank you to all of you online, and congratulations on a wonderful 30 years, your first 30 years of many more to come. I know in the AMPA mission statement, it says that AMPA is open to professionals of Nigerian birth, ethnicity, or empathy. And I have to tell you, I'm very much of empathy. I was blessed to visit Nigeria twice in my lifetime, a bit over 30 years ago. And some of my earliest experiences in medicine was working in Echo Baptist Hospital. And I fell in love with Nigeria then. And now, as my career has moved forward to working on APOL1 mediated kidney disease, I've had the incredible privilege of being able to connect with Nigerian physicians again. I've been able to come to the national meetings and to meet with some of the regional meetings, especially in North Carolina, where I live. And now I'd like to celebrate a bit of the new news in that we have a new partnership between Vertex and the Association of Nigerian Physicians, an official partnership to go forward to increase the awareness of everyone about APOL1 mediated kidney disease, and to look for a search for a cure someday is what we'd really like to see. And the reason that APOL1 is so important to Nigerians, I'd like to go into a bit in case folks have not heard about this. Next slide. Let's see, I think that may be backwards. Thank you so much. So many of you have probably seen these statistics. This is about the United States, the difference in the rates of kidney failure in African Americans versus white patients. We know that patients who identify as African American or Black comprise 30% of dialysis patients, despite only comprising 13% of the population. And that's something that really puzzled me in my practice as a nephrologist. But fortunately, some very smart people back in the 2000s started asking deeper questions. Next slide. We did a genome-wide association study looking at a number of African Americans with chronic kidney disease. And what kept lighting up was chromosome 22. And when they looked more closely, what they found was the APOL1 gene. And there were three variants of it. G0 was the ancestral wild type. G1 and G2 were found only in people who had ancestry dating back to Western or Central African ancestry and was associated with kidney disease. Next slide. And what was interesting is that the kidney diseases that were represented were fairly diverse. And so they looked into this a little more deeply, as far as what APOL1 is. Of course, you receive a copy from each parent. Next. And what that does is it's inserted into an HDL molecule and circulates in the serum looking for parasites, and specifically human African trypanosomiasis, or African sleeping sickness, which I saw exactly once when I was at Echo Baptist Hospital. And what it does is when it's ingested by the parasite, it becomes a channel, an ion channel that explodes the parasite. And so it's a really important part of the infectious defense system. Next slide. But what happened was that in Central and Western Africa, particularly in Nigeria, there were resistant trypanosomes that arose that were that the original G0 version of APOL1 was not able to neutralize. Next. And so when the G1 and G2 variants happened to occur in Nigeria and Ghana and other areas of Central and Western Africa, they were able to kill trypanosomes. And so there was a life-saving variation in DNA, and the frequency of the variants grew in the population because they were protective. Next. And so in the folks who had 2 copies of G0 were more susceptible to sleeping sickness. 1 copy was protective, But the unintended consequence was that if you inherited two copies, whether it was G1, G1, G2, G2, or one of each, there was increased risk for APOL1 mediated kidney disease. Very much the same story as with malaria and sickle cell. Next slide. And the number of diseases associated with APOL1 was going to not turn up until later, when there was a significant number of people who carried two risk alleles. Next, with the diaspora of the slave trade and other means of migration, folks with two copies of the risk alleles found themselves in other parts of the world. Next. And so we know that 13% of African Americans carry two copies of the risk alleles. And next, the only reason that we know more about the United States is because that's where the studies have been done. There are parts of Nigeria where, specifically among the Igbo tribe, where I was in Eku, where 50% of the population carries two risk alleles and is at risk for kidney disease. And so, though much of the research has been done in the US, my heart really goes out to Africa, and that's where I really want to see a difference made if we can find a treatment for this disease. Next. So if you look at African Americans, 13% carry two copies of the risk alleles. But then if you walk into a dialysis unit, the number of folks with two variables is much, much higher. This is a disease that across multiple manifestations leads to kidney failure 9 to 12 years earlier, often before the age of 45. Next. And the original presentations, next, were focal segmental glomerulosclerosis, which is nephrotic syndrome and a rapidly progressive kidney disease, but then also hypertensive kidney disease, which usually moves much more slowly. And the truth of it is that much of what is actually APOL1-mediated kidney disease has been called other things and has been hidden in plain sight, in right under our noses, in primary care, in OB, in nephrology. So you have hypertensive kidney disease, even manifestations of lupus, of multiple manifestations of FSGS, and even in diabetes, carrying two copies of the risk alleles increases the risk of progressing to kidney failure. Next. And then for our obstetricians in the group, there's also an association between occurrence of preeclampsia when the fetus has a high-risk genotype, and that's something that I'm looking to learn much more about. Next slide. So as you can see, you have a broad histological and clinical presentation of APOL1. It's been hiding right in plain sight, but now we are actively looking for that in the scientific community. There's so much excitement about finding an answer to APOL1. And so I just wanted to show you the number of clinical trials that are going on in the US. And that QR code up there is clinicaltrials.gov with a search prompt of APOL1. And anytime you go there, you can see what trials are open and recruiting. But this is really exciting. There's a lot of ways that people are looking at treating this disease, and there's hope that we may really see a treatment within the next few years. Next. And then just in the last month, we were granted an ICD-10 code for APOL1-mediated kidney disease and for a family history of APOL1. And this is tremendous. This is one of the first genetic diseases that's been given an ICD-10 code, particularly before a treatment is available. And so this is just more encouraging news that we are really starting to see some progress, and there's a great deal of hope. Next. And so I just want to thank you so much for having a moment to speak with you, to tell you how much we at Vertex are thrilled to partner with you in all of your efforts and your missions, and that I am so honored to be a member of AMPA in empathy. And here is my contact information. If I can ever be of assistance or ever have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. And I say a big shout out to all my friends there. God bless you all.
Wow. Wonderful, wonderful. Dr. Collins. Wow. Thank you so much for the presentation and for sponsoring us. And you presented on something very apropos for us African Americans and especially Nigerians. Interestingly, you were in a Coup Baptist hospital. My father was a Baptist minister and actually worked there. Maybe I was a baby when you were there. I don't know. See, small word. And now,
oh my goodness.
yes, and now we come to meet, So, and we're looking to do more work going forward. Yes, he was a Baptist minister. He's late now, unfortunately. But my mom is still alive, and we just celebrated her 90th birthday about a couple of weeks ago. So thank you so much. This goes to, very home. Also, for another reason. Actually, I am a carrier, just so the whole world knows. Dr. Eke is a carrier of this APOL1 gene. And I found out accidentally. Nobody told me all these years, just by routine labs. Even my doctors did not know. I had to tell them about it. So we have a lot of work to do, and I'm hoping through AMPA and the chapters, we can educate our people here and especially in Nigeria. And we need to be involved in clinical trials so we can find the cure for this to prevent diseases. Prevention is better than cure, as you know. And I created a CKD task force, one of the first task forces I created when I became president to address things like this. And in April in Lagos, during our convention and mission, we actually had the first CKD day in Nigeria at LUTH, Lagos University Teaching Hospital. And I'm hoping we can build on this with this relationship with Vertex. So thank you so much. We appreciate you. All right. Moving on forward, I would like to introduce somebody who is very special in AMPA. This is our own Professor Ajovi Scott Emuako, who is a professor of pediatric hematology and oncology at Michigan State University. Prof is also the editor-in-chief of our AMPA at 30 book, which we're going to launch later on today. And I want him to say a brief comment and also recognize the AMPA repository task force members. Prof has been a mentor, inspiration, and you know as you hear him speak. So without much ado, Prof. Scott Ajovi Emuako, please give me a very warm welcome. Over to you, Prof.
Mr. President, I want to thank you very much for recognizing me to speak and also for giving me the honor of heading the task force that prepared this AMPA history. But before I do that and introduce all my friends, I want to pay tribute to certain people. So I'm going to name them, then I'll make a comment at the end. Dr. Hena Choi Emeruwa, who is the founding father of AMPA, and his dear wife, Mrs. Magdalene Emeruwa, who helped in ascertaining that AMPA was well catered for in its early years. Dr. Emeruwa was the first executive secretary, and Mrs. Emeruwa manned the office of the executive secretary. I also want to mention Dr. Matthias Okoye, who was the first president of AMPA, Dr. S.K. Bosu, who was the second president, Dr. Akwadon Umoren, the third president, Dr. Alphonsus Obayuwana, the fourth president, Dr. Olusegun Salako, the fifth president, Dr. Emmanuel Okafor, the sixth president, Dr. Yele Aluko, the seventh president, Dr. Julius Baduwa, the eighth president, Dr. Fiemu Wariako, the ninth president, Dr. Michael Etomi, the 10th president, Dr. Nkem Chukwumerije, the 11th president, Dr. Johnson Adeoju, the 12th president, Dr. Charmaine Emelife, the very first female president, and the 13th president, Dr. Christopher Okunseri, the very first dental surgeon to be president of AMPA, and the 14th president, Dr. Chinyere Anyogu, the 15th president, and now Dr. Cliff Eke, the 16th president. I thank you, Dr. Susan Idiorwe, for the introduction of Cliff Eke. That has taken another burden off my shoulder. I want to also state that all of these people that I have mentioned have dedicated a large portion of the last 30 years of their lives creating opportunities, developing ideas, and pursuing programs across the realm of AMPA's total experience that has resulted in the enviable organization that we all love today called AMPA. Each of these people gave me the rare opportunity to serve AMPA, and to them all, I want to say a very big thank you. Before I introduce my co-workers, I want to make an appeal to all the members who are logged in today, who are listening to me today. Please read the history. The history is very complete. All the individuals that I have mentioned, but 3 are still alive. Unfortunately, Akwadon Umore is no more with us. S.K. Bosu is no more with us. Olusegun Salako is no more with us. May their memory be a blessing, not only to us, but to the organization itself. All the others who are alive contributed immensely to the production of this history. Their stories were well told. They made corrections, they refreshed memories where it was lacking, and so that history is very complete. The video is beautiful visual, but a lot of the comments made by people are individual comments, personal experiences, which were all done in good faith, but which may not represent the exact fact. All of those are part of the growth of AMPA. And so I'm making an appeal that we should all read the history where there is any doubt. The history is complete. Now to the members who helped me put this together. First and foremost, I want to recognize Dr. Dakpo Pokuola. He's one of my very favorite AMPA members. I've known this man, I know his commitment, I know how much he has invested in AMPA. And I want to thank him for agreeing to serve, not only in this committee, and also for agreeing to be part of production of the video. Dr. Ivy Madu, who was quite early in AMPA and served as a secretary to the organizing committees. Of course, I've mentioned Dr. Achoy Meruwa and Dr. Johnson Adioju and Dr. Michael Etomi and Dr. Yelo Aluko. The others that I need to mention is Dr. Festus Dada, also a very favorite surgeon of mine, whose tireless personal contributions sustained AMPA in its early years. Dr. Austin Ilore, Dr. Ayo Makinde, and Mercy Ediorwe, you've heard from her today, a very vibrant and dynamic young woman who I know is very passionate about AMPA. Dr. Charles Mojeje, and of course, our able president. I want to thank all of them for their contributions to the production of this documentary and the history itself. I thank you, Mr. President, once again for the honor to serve the association. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prof. Now you guys know, clap for Prof, please. You guys know why when I tell you Prof is a mentor, I told him long time ago, before I was president, that is like a dad to me. It reminds me of my dad. The same commitment, the same swagger, the same inspiration, and his past program program committee chair and co-chair, and brought our scientific programs to a different level. So Prof, thank you so much. Sometimes I get tired or frustrated with AMPA, so much stuff going on. I think of people like Prof. Scott Emuapo, who goes on every missions with us and actually assists me in surgery and helps in pediatric, very big advocate. I think of him, I think of Dr. Achille Merowa and some of the other members, and it keeps me going. So thank you so much. Now I'd like to introduce some special guests. And the first one is Mr. Troy Pelshak, who is a dynamic leader whose journey spans from professional sports to global business leadership. Born in Jos, Nigeria, and raised in the United States, Troy first made his mark as a standout linebacker in the NFL, achieving the pinnacle of success, winning Super Bowl 34 with the St. Louis Rams. His athletic career also included playing for the Jacksonville Jaguars and competing internationally with the NFL Europe's Barcelona Dragons. Beyond the field, Troy seamlessly transitioned into business, leveraging his strategic mindset and leadership skills. He is the principal at Atlas Zen and specializing in international trade projects, management, strategic consulting. A sought-after thought leader, Troy serves as an advisor to Amana One World and has played key role in shaping global business connections as chairman of the Charlotte Mayor's International Cabinet. His education background includes bachelor's degree in business marketing from North Carolina A&T State University, an MBA from Liberty University, complemented by advanced studies in communications, import, export, and project management. Through his platform, troypelshak.com, he shares insights on leadership, business innovation, and strategic growth, inspiring individuals and organizations to reach new heights. Fluent in 3 languages and experienced across multiple continents, Troy is a visionary, bridging cultural, economic divides in an ever-evolving global landscape. He's a good friend of AMPA, so please join me to give a warm welcome to Mr. Troy Pelshak, our NFL Super Bowl champ. Over to you, my friend.
Thank you, Dr. Eke. Can everybody hear me? Thumbs up?
Yes.
Good to go. Good to go. All right. All right. Thank you. To the esteemed members, leadership, and partners of the Association of Nigerian Physicians in America, AMPA. It is my immense pride and heartfelt gratitude to congratulate that I address you at this momentous occasion, AMPA at 30. Huge celebration. And 30 years of your historic and outstanding legacies. As someone that's born in Jos, Nigeria, who has dedicated my professional, personal, and international business and global consulting, fostering strong foreign relations, I deeply appreciate the profound impact and the enduring legacy that AMPA has cultivated over the 3 decades. Your commitment to a healthier Nigeria and America and in a healthy world is not merely a mission statement. It is a testament to the power of collective purpose and unwavering dedication. From your incorporation in 1995, AMPA has grown into the largest diaspora professional health organization of Nigerian heritage globally. This achievement speaks volume about the vision of your founders and the relentless effort of every physician, dentist, and allied health professional who has contributed to your remarkable journey. You have not only advanced medical knowledge and practice, but have also served as a vital bridge connecting healthier professionals across continents, making tangible differences in communities. Your outstanding legacies are evident in your medical missions, your advocacy for health policies, your educational initiatives, and the mentorship you provide to the next generation of healthcare leaders. You embody the spirit of excellence, compassion, resilience that defines the Nigerian people. As we look back on 30 years of remarkable achievements, I'm inspired by how AMPA has consistently championed health, fostered collaboration, and strengthened ties between Nigeria and the Americas. Your work exemplifies how the diaspora can play a pivotal role in global development and well-being. Congratulations again on this incredible milestone. May your next 30 years be even more impactful and filled with continued success in building healthier communities, one legacy at a time. In closing, in the words of my esteemed university, the North Carolina A&T State University, in Aggieland, we say Aggie pride. In the same energy and spirit, I say to you, AMPA pride. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Troy, thank you. AMPA Pride. Yes, sir. Thank you. We're better together. I want to let you know, Troy, that our first AMPA week, which we do our mission, our advocacy, and education, was in Jos.
Yes.
At Faith Alive Hospital with Dr. Chris Isichie and his team. They are doing a wonderful job even to these days. So we went to your hometown. Exactly. Yes. So thank you. I'm hoping to collaborate with you further going forward. Yes. Appreciate you. Yes. Thank you. Now, another special guest is Ambassador Samson Itiboje. He's the Nigerian ambassador in the U.S. at Washington, D.C. He's a Nigerian diplomat currently serving as the acting Nigerian ambassador to the United States. He has also held positions of director of the Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs and has been involved in various diplomatic engagements and negotiations. Unfortunately, he's unable to join us today, but sends a goodwill message. So we thank him for recognizing AMPA. Next, I want to move to our own Nobel Laureate, Professor Wole Soyinka, GCON, who is a Nigerian playwright, poet, scholar, and activist, renowned for his contribution to literature and human rights. Born on July 13, 1934 in Abeokuta, Nigeria, he has written influential works such as Death and the King's Horseman and The Lion and the Jewel, blending Yoruba traditions with political themes. In 1986, he became the first African to win the Nobel Prize in Literature. Soyinka has been a vocal critic of authoritarian regimes, facing imprisonment and exile for his activism. He has taught at leading universities worldwide. He's unable to join us because of previously scheduled engagement, but is also a friend of AMPA who has been to many AMPA activities, especially in Southern California. He sends a goodwill message via video, which we're going to watch a brief video now and listen to our own Nobel Laureate, Wole Soyinka, after which then I will introduce Dr. Dapo Popola and we'll move forward before we watch the documentary. So let's play the video for Prof. Wole
Since
Soyinka.
AMPA was born during the great Nigerian resistance to a singularly vicious dictatorship, there was a similarity in the sense of concern, priority for the welfare of humanity. They volunteered, mobilized their calling, and imbued resistance to tyranny with the morality of return. The return was multifaceted, tentative, sporadic. Visitations had begun by individuals, a few weeks at a time, then small groups. The movement gathered momentum, coalesced into a full-blown structured calendar of return. They collected and obtained, they solicited and obtained equipment and medication, decided on a place of need or identified a specific affliction, then journeyed home to donate their skills free of charge to the community in need. Some of these pioneers branched into research, into specialized health concerns. I recall, for instance, a group who partnered with a French cosmetic firm to explore herbal treatment for skin cancer based on the local plants from Nigeria. And so on multiple variations of return, the Association of Nigerian Practitioners in America, ANPA, had continued to blaze a curative trail homeward, provide a model of sturdy, altruistic service, commitment to community for periods at a time. They were doing in their own way, to overcome the barrier of frustration, much of which derives from governmental inadequacies, general opposition, deficient infrastructure, bureaucratic bunkers, bottlenecks, or simply mindless obstructionism that have sent many professionals scuttling back to more reciprocating terrain, especially where they studied. We're speaking here of hundreds, in fact, indeed thousands and counting, who made Herculean efforts, selfless efforts, to settle back on home ground as the logical beneficiary of their acquired skills in a sustainable manner. 30 years non-stop, it calls for some serious breastbeating. It surely serves as a spur to emulation by other disciplines and agencies, formal and informal, of national development. Congratulations galore, AMPA. Well, since by a marvelous feat of timing, this annual convention falls within Nigeria's own season of distribution of titles, honors. We should seize the opportunity to call on the right commission to take note of this diligent group. We should embark on the needed steps to compel this commission to consider AMPA for formal national recognition. Any hesitation based on the superficial notion that such awards are generally given to individuals, not organizations, is easily answered. ANPA broke the mold, set a precedent. So should the nation. Thank you.
Wow.
Wow.
Great.
Wow.
Thanks to Prof. AMPA broke the mold, the tone. So please, people listening to me, the government, everybody, AMPA deserves national recognition, as our Nobel Laureate Soyinka has started. So hopefully it will come someday. So we thank him so much. And you see why he's a Nobel Laureate. His choice of words. If I wrote that, then it would be very different from the way he writes when I'm trying to convey the same idea. So we thank him so much. We're going to watch the video shortly, but before that, I want to introduce my friend, a man who's worked so hard to make sure this video is a success and fruition. This is no other than Dr. Dapo Pokola, who is a retired bariatric surgeon here in Southern California. He's the past chair of Southern California AMPA chapter, and also co-editor of the AMPA 30 book, as well as co-producer of the video we're going to watch after he speaks. And he'll make brief comment and introduce the documentary producer and his team, as well as the book publisher. So Dr. Pokola, please come. So you be over here. He's right here with me. So I'm going to step away. And you now are you're on the hot seat now. Okay.
Okay, let me straighten up.
Take your time.
Thank you. Good day to everyone watching this production this morning. I'd like to, before I introduce the production team of the documentary, A Healthier Nigeria, an America and a Healthier World. First of all, let me tell you about movie production. It's a one-hour movie, but probably took about a month or two to produce because you have to go over scenes and voiceover and re-editing. So first of all, I'd like to thank all the people in the production group for the time spent. And also too, a one-hour documentary like this, if you take it to Hollywood, it will cost you $100,000 or $200,000 to produce. But our team did it for barely some change. So again, thank you very much for your labor of love and dedication. Introducing the production team. First of all, if you see yourself in the movie or in the documentary, you're part of the production team. We should be almost 100 people or 200 people. So again, you're part of the production team. And I thank you very much. But I have in the room this morning the producer of the documentary A Healthier Nigeria and America and a Healthier World, Mr. Solomon King of Solomon King Production. So thank you very much. And we do have the co-producer, our able president, Dr. Cliff Eke. Thank you very much. Yeah, you're in Hollywood now, but you know, yeah. And Mrs. Taylor Popula, who is not here, she is the production voiceover and narrator for the almost all the entire documentary. And also, too, I should know we're planning on launching a book later on this morning or this afternoon, whatever you are, or this night, which is AMPA at 30. The publisher of the book is Mr. Chike Nweke. Unfortunately, it's not with us this morning or this afternoon. So a big thanks to Mr. Nweke. So a brief about the documentary, which is titled A Healthier Nigeria and America and a Healthier World. This is based on the book that we're going to be launching earlier today, which is AMPA at 30. So, ladies and gentlemen, please watch the video well and read the book. The book, the video is a true story, as we know, it's non-fiction, and is based on the previous production we made about 10 years ago, which is AMPA at 20. Please take time to watch that video too, to see how far we've progressed in 10 years. It's all available on YouTube. The current documentary builds on the production of that AMPA 20, which makes it a sequel. Just like great movies, when the first one comes out, they make a sequel out of it. So AMPA is already making a sequel. Some of the good sequels I can remember is like Godfather 1 and Godfather 2. So this is AMPA at 20 and then followed by AMPA at 30. It is a story of healing, of hope for thousands of underserved in our beloved country, Nigeria. This movement, I call it, started 30 years ago by the founders of AMPA. And we're privileged to have the founder here this afternoon or this morning, Dr. Troy Mirowa, and his lovely wife, engineer Maggie Mirowa. We want to thank you for what you started, ingeniously, what you started. So, ladies and gentlemen, get your popcorn ready and get ready to watch Healthier Nigeria and America in a Healthier World. Thank you. Enjoy.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Bola. Thank you so much, Professor Popola. He lives in Hollywood, you know. If you've seen this young man, I call him young man, gentleman, he's always dressed sharp. Him and his wife. Every event we have, AMPA in Southern California, he has a red carpet and is always involved. Like Prof said earlier, he's a very committed member of AMPA and played a big role in this documentary along with Solomon King Productions. And it's actually a labor of love and sacrifice because if we had Hollywood do it, AMPA could not afford what you're about to watch. So without much ado, please get your favorite beverage, get your popcorn, and we're going to watch this video. And afterwards, we're going to get your reactions. So feel free to type in the chat. Feel free to use your emojis. And after we watch the movie, Dr. Susan Edionwe, whom you've heard before, our fabulous head and neck surgeon and AMPA NPAG president, will then go through the chats and we'll have some reactions and discussions about the movie. Before then, we launch the book and then wrap up. So without much ado, it's my honor and privilege to introduce to you the AMPA at 30 documentary video. So let's take it away, Savannah. You can play it now. And I'm going to go get my own popcorn.
If you were born in a country where preventable diseases still claims millions of lives every year, where every 2 minutes a child dies from a preventable disease? Nigeria, with a population of 228 million people, faces significant health challenges. Life expectancy is just 54 years. Infant mortality is 60.1 deaths per 1,000 births. Nigeria bears the burden of several diseases, including malaria, accounting for 25.9% of global cases, along with cholera, meningitis, tuberculosis, leprosy, and sickle cell disease. 30 years ago, driven by a dream and a promise to never forget where they came from, Nigerian-born physicians practicing medicine in the diaspora formed what is now known as the Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas, or ANPA. ANPA is the largest Black diaspora professional organization in the world, representing over 8,000 physicians and dentists of Nigerian descent. It is a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving healthcare delivery in Nigeria and globally, supporting each other's professional growth, and advocating for healthcare reforms, policy changes, and capacity building initiatives. This is a story of commitment, heart, giving, healing, and hope. This is ANPA.
Like the beginning of most things created, AMPA started with a vision.
So let me tell you about AMPA. AMPA is the Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas. The organization was started in 1995.
Our vision was crafted to be a healthier Nigeria in a healthier world.
Dr. Iheanacho Imirowa, the founder of AMPA, proposed a first formal gathering in form of a convention. This announcement took place at my residence in Rolling Hills, California, during an occasion of hosting a few alumni from the University of Illinois Medical School. Dr. Yinka Shiroye was very helpful in publishing the first few AMPA directories and organizing the first 3 scientific conferences. An ad hoc committee of 6 individuals was quickly put together, comprising of Dr. Iheanacho Imirowa, Dr. Adeyinka Shiroye, Dr. Ivy Joan Madu, Dr. Olusegun Salako, Dr. Augustine Ilore, and Dr. Olawale Idewu.
Dr. Imirowa was visiting Washington, D.C. If you're looking for one particular person who founded AMPA, I must say it's Iheanacho Imirowa, Dr. Imirowa. He's the one that founded AMPA. Dr. Shiroye's name came up He said, because I told him, I said, who is helping you over there? And so Dr. Roye's name came up. I said, Dr. Roye, somebody knows that Dr. Roye is helping to collect the names. And then at a certain point, I met Dr. Roye, quite a decent human being, and then thanked him for his help in working with Dr. Emerowa to make sure that AMPA is going well.
That's how we started, put a list of about 64 people that I knew in our database.
We reached into our telephone box directory then and jotted down about 64, maybe 65 names of physicians we personally knew.
I felt this was a perfect idea because I felt that we would work better as a group, not just socially as we had been meeting, but also professionally and academically, just like other countries' physicians have been doing in this country.
Fortunately, a young colleague of mine who happened to be sharing an office with me was thinking about publishing a directory of Nigerian physicians, and he was aware that American Medical Association had a list of database that included not only Nigerians, but also physicians who trained in Nigeria who are here in the United States. And that allowed us to create the first directory and, of course, the database from which we were reaching out to Nigerians in the America. We sent a letter to the AMA and we got a list of over 3,000 Nigerian-born or trained physicians who were practicing in the United States and Canada, in fact.
In those early days, when AMPA was being conceived, Dr. Acho Emerua's wife, Mrs. Meg Emerua, took on all the administrative duties. She manually prepared the 3,000 invitation letters that were sent to potential members.
It started with identifying a convenient property for the AMPA group, ratifying the contract, and sending out mail to the 3,000 names.
Reviewed documents and debated on issues, the name, bylaw.
We held the first inaugural convention in August 1995 at the Disneyland Hotel in Anaheim, California.
Now, it's fair to say that during the early years of our evolution, we had growing pains that were fraught with some degrees of organizational dysfunction and inefficiency.
That motion is not acceptable. No, the motion is dead.
And several of us that were members in those early years will recall the 4 to 6 hour board meetings that often resulted in significant conflict and tension, but ultimate resolution and alignment.
All those in favor of stopping debate say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. All right, the debate is stopped. Now we're going to vote now on the motion. The motion, as I read before, is as was read before. All right? All right. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. The ayes have it, and that motion carries.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
The Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas has been everything that I looked forward to in a professional organization and even more.
The very first one is medical missions.
Dr. Shegun Salako, late, a very dear friend, actually spearheaded that, and that has been the mainstay of AMPA in Nigeria today.
Hundreds of Nigerians pour in, many traveling dozens of miles on foot, all hoping to see a doctor, some for the first time in their lives. The building is in bad shape, an old hospital abandoned by the British in the 50s. During one operation, things go from bad to worse. Without warning, the lights go out.
Wow. Can you shut the lights off? These people are under anesthesia. Get going, please, go for lights.
Eventually, a large flashlight is brought in to finish the operation, and while it allows the doctors to continue, it is also a magnet for the bugs outside. By the way, you'll be glad to know that all of the surgical patients from the last mission are doing extremely well today.
We have carried out more than 200 medical missions in 20 years. That in itself is a remarkable milestone and accomplishment.
It was really an eye-opener for me because that was the very first time I practiced medicine out of the USA. And I have to admit it was very challenging, but we met all the challenges in flying colors.
And we have continued those medical missions since that time. And if you know the number of people that we help, number of surgeries that we do that would not have been done if we were not there to do it for free, it's unremarkable.
Another major milestone for AMPA has been the annual Convention and Scientific Assemblies, which are referred to as conventions or conferences for short.
And this is our inaugural convention brochure in Anaheim, California. That event was attended by about 134 persons. At least 6 of them were physicians. Some of them came with their wives who were nurses or husbands who were non-physicians. Our guest speakers included Professor Lambo of the WHO fame, Professor Ransom Kuti, one of the foremost Nigerian pediatricians and a former Minister of Health, and Mr. Randall Robinson, Executive Director of Trans-Africa, who was very active in the anti-apartheid movement. After that, there was a lot of excitement. Many people wrote to congratulate us on our meeting, and we were able then to organize our second meeting in Rye Town in New York. Again, trying to make this organization a very broad and national group.
During that 1996 convention in Rye, New York, AMPA formalized and adopted its bylaws. The annual convention and scientific assemblies have been attended by many notable guests. Such notable guests include Nobel Laureate Professor Wole Soyinka, King Sunny Ade, CNN's Dr. Sanjay Gupta, and many more.
In 1995, we were able to have the first internet connection to a Nigerian medical school with the University of Ibadan. And by 1997, we had connected most of the older Nigerian universities to the internet.
The diaspora organization that partner with AMPA in this project are Medical Association of Nigerian in Great Britain, known as MANSAC, the Canadian Physician and Dentist, known as CAMPAT, the Nigerian Medical Association of Germany, DNM in Germany, the National Association of Nigerian Nurses in North America, we will call NANA, and the Nigerian Nurses in the United Kingdom.
Our partnerships with both the Federal Ministry of Health in Nigeria and the state ministries of health in Nigeria continue to evolve for the better.
We became partners with the Nigerian Ministry of Health. We became partners with the Nigerian government. We are now known. They seek our advice in a lot of things. We partner with USAID to review the medical college curriculum of Nigerian medical schools. Ever since those medical schools were formed, there has been only one review, and that was the one that AMPA championed in 2008-2009 with the help of USAID.
Gulf Classic started, the idea started in 2008. And actually in 2011, the first Gulf Classic took place, which was very successful. The Gulf Classic was an idea that was initiated by Dr. Obi Maduka, an AMPA member.
Dr. Obi Maduka is the AMPA member who thought of putting on golf classics.
We thought about the idea that we can raise funds towards medical missions by having these golf classics every year. And since then, we started the AMPA Golf Classics, and it's been in place for several years since then.
AMPA is a very unique Nigerian organization in the United States of America, or even in the whole world. AMPA is made up of all the ethnic groups of Nigerians, who are living in the United States, physicians.
We actually were working to place Nigeria and Nigerians in the United States at a level that can allow us to influence not only what is going on here, but also what's going on in the country.
The last 10 years of AMPA have been outstandingly remarkable, with notable achievements and exponential growth. ANPA has kicked off a series of impactful projects both in the United States and, even more importantly, in their homeland of Nigeria.
Nigerians have taken over AMPA, and I think I'm very proud that this is one organization that has stood the test of time. And of course, now a new generation of doctors, including children of AMPA members, are becoming of age. People like Popola's daughter, Fola, and now my children. So I really feel that AMPA is in a good place.
We had our AMPA children who were having dinner with us, and I'm very proud to report now to you now that those children have grown up, and some of them are medical doctors in several medical schools across the United States, and we are very proud of these AMPA children.
In the last 10 years, what I have found most impressive was the inclusion of the younger doctors who have been participating in the most very inclusive fashion and have actually changed the face of AMPA to become even more active.
Throughout the years, I've seen AMPA grow. We have many more members. We're doing more things. And I'm happy to say that we're in a good place right now. And I'm hoping that we get better.
I think the biggest landmark is what AMPA physicians have done as an organization and also individually to improve the medical care in Nigeria.
We have now seen an influx of a lot of younger physicians. Most of these younger physicians train in the US.
The past 10 years have been very busy. They've been notable for a number of important things.
First, I want to give shout out to our founders. Many of them are still active, notably Dr. Acho Emeruwa and other colleagues who saw the vision to form this notable organization.
AMPA has continued to be very cohesive in its engagement with Nigeria and then promoting healthcare in the country.
Over the last several decades, the organization has continued to grow and has continued to inspire generations of healthcare providers from all walks of life, from all specialties, indeed.
AMPA has done a lot of things in the community, not only in Nigeria, but also globally. About 15 years ago, the problem they had in Haiti, AMPA contributed, AMPA donated.
I joined AMPA as a medical student in 2007. And for me, immediately I found AMPA, I found my people. I want to put it that way. I found a family. I found the group I belong to. I moved to America at a very young age, and there was always this sort of longing, a sense of belonging that you start to miss when you start getting lost in the shuffle in a foreign country.
AMPA represents the interests of over 8,000 physicians, dentists, and allied health professionals of Nigerian descent or gravitation to Nigeria.
My pride in AMPA is the fact that it provides a platform for growth. It provides a platform for professional engagement. It provides a platform for self-improvement.
One of the things that we've also achieved is organizing our children who were born here, who are interested in going into medicine. And in 1998, they had their first convention with us in Orlando, Florida, called Student Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas. They went on to change their name to Distinguished Nigerian Physicians of Tomorrow, and many of them are now doctors. Some of them are coming back to join AMPA.
We're very proud that the medical students arm of AMPA, known as DNPT, and that stands for Distinguished Nigerian Physicians of Tomorrow. Now, DNPT has created an environment, an ecosystem for Nigerian medical students in both the Americas and in Nigeria to cross-pollinate, to collaborate, to network across borders while developing a pipeline for future AMPA members, postgraduate training, as well as developing a pipeline for physician leadership development.
So DNPT stands for Distinguished Nigerian Physicians of Tomorrow. It's an organization that I was fortunate to be a founder of in 2007. 2008 was our first meeting technically.
We have a vibrant and dedicated, energetic leader, Dr. Rani Beki, who took it to the stratosphere, and we've been successful since that time. The AMPA Education Committee has gotten several Nigerian medical graduates into residency of their choice since inception, and 2 years ago was our most successful time. We got about 50 candidates into the residency of their choice here in the US.
Through AMPA, I was introduced to a physician in Lagos, and I was able to finish my volunteer that summer. But that experience solidified my commitment to AMPA, and since then, AMPA has truly become family to me.
One of the things that I have been proud of AMPA being able to establish is MPAC, right? So that's it's an advocacy group that's really closely aligned with policy. It's important that we as healthcare leaders are aligned with how healthcare policy and just policy in general that impacts Nigerians.
AMPA now has 3 legs: AMPA, AMPA Foundation, and MPAC. Today I serve as the AMPA Foundation founding president. AMPA Foundation is involved in strategically helping AMPA become financially stable and sustainable in the future. It also helps educate its members in topics such as tax strategy, multi-generational wealth, legacy, and philanthropy. That's what AMPA Foundation really does.
The Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas, or ANPA, has been led by an incredible group of presidents whose selfless leadership has guided the association through challenges and triumphs. Each leader has brought their own unique style of commitment and dedication. Over the past 7 years, ANPA has included both female presidents and currently Dr. Clifford Eke as our president.
AMPA has also given me hope in a different direction. The hope of meaningful and purposeful leadership. AMPA has been led by some of the most amazing young men and women over the years.
Ever since, we've had many presidents. I happen to be the 16th president of AMPA. And of course, I'm standing on several shoulders of great presidents past chapter chairs as well as past committee chairs that help us do the work we do in AMPA.
One of which is exponential growth of our chapters and our membership. So today we have 24 active state chapters within the 50 states of these United States of America. These chapters are managed by our executive committee and administratively supported by a professional management company.
About 10 years ago, the organization went from what I would call a small regional organization to expansion of chapters across the country. I think that has become one of the more important things that we've accomplished that has made us as an organization more effective, and I look forward to.
Another milestone we've been involved is in every epidemic like Ebola or pandemic like COVID, AMPA raised funds and bought PPEs ranging from $70,000 to $100,000. And we're able to send these to Nigeria through the Nigeria Center for Disease Control and CDC to help support the local clinics and hospitals.
During the Ebola fight, AMPA was all in it. Are we going to talk about COVID? AMPA formed a task force, which I had happened to be the chair of that task force. AMPA was working tirelessly with our Nigerian communities in the United States, the minority communities in the United States, and also the Federal Ministry of Health in Nigeria, the Nigerian Governors Forum. We worked with NAACP, especially in Louisiana. We worked with different state government. We were able to educate our people to help decrease and minimize the effects of COVID on our people, and AMPA was in the trenches.
Key thing that AMPA had been able to do, at least during the pandemic, is that we were able to raise money to help for COVID relief in Nigeria. We continued our medical missions in spite of COVID, and I feel very proud of the work AMPA is doing in that regard.
In 2020, as you know, COVID-19 hit. Actually it started in 2019, but we became aware in 2020. So everything came to a stop. And telehealth became more popular. And AMPA adjusted and transformed itself to the fact that in 2021, we did the first ever large-scale medical surgical mission, which was a hybrid between us here working virtually and our colleagues in Calabar, capital of Cross River State. This is in partnership with the CS Dawn Foundation, and we performed the first such hybrid medical and surgical care in the world, and actually published it in a scientific paper. That's a big milestone. AMPA started actually doing medical missions and giving back in the past, but in 2015, former President Dr. Nkem Chukwumerije formalized it into what we now know as annual AMPA Week. And then I was the chair of Medical Mission Committee, and we went to Faith Alive in Jos, Nigeria. And at that time, only 5 of us went. But over the years, we've grown it to where now we have over 160 people interested in going to give back.
So we work together with pharmacists, with nurses, physicians, and other ancillary medical services. And with that, we're able to speak with the federal government, and we're able to carry out a monumental medical mission in the Federal Capital Territory, in the small towns of Jiwa and Tongo Kwanso and Kubwa Hospital in northern Nigeria.
We do AMPA certified medical missions and AMPA sponsored medical missions. And we're coming to Nigeria in April to do another AMPA sponsored medical mission in collaboration with the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, LUT, and Federal Medical Center, Ebute Meta, and Indo Eye Clinic. Our partners Rotary International District 9111 and 9112, Lagos State Government, and a host of other partners that we have in Nigeria.
We do three things specifically. We do education, we do healthcare advocacy, and then we do service through medical, surgical, dental, and ophthalmic mission. And we've served over 25,000 Nigerians all these years.
In the last 2 years, we've been to Edo with Godwin Obaseki and his wife, and we were well received.
Edo don begin free medical treatment and surgeries for her people. Edo state government don collaborate with Association of Nigerian Physicians for America (ANPA) to do 5-day free medical reach-out for more than 4,000 Edo people. People wey go benefit from this collabo go get free surgeries, treatment for heart, kidney, eye, and other yamayama sickness for body.
On the heel of that, in 2022, we actually went to Edo State to partner with them for, again, our annual AMPA week. And during that time, the governor, His Excellency Obaseki, and the wife, Betsy Obaseki, both bought the vision that we could provide care remotely.
It is with great delight that I welcome all of you to this flag off of the medical outreach, which today we can confidently say is the largest medical outreach in Nigeria, which is a collaboration between the government of Edo State and the Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas, AMPA. And this mission is aimed at providing top-of-the-range and critical medical services to the ordinary Edo citizen.
There are talks of us extending to different parts of the country when we're there in the western part of Nigeria, places like Oyo State or even Ogun State. So we're still in the talks of doing more. And part of this comes from in charge, former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who was a special guest of honor in New York in our 2023 convention. Charged us that this good work we're doing, we should try and expand a little bit so that it reaches more people in Nigeria, not just one place at a time.
Our next medical mission is in Lagos, Nigeria.
We've now been to Abia with Alex Oti, and in fact he invited us back. But I think the difference in Lagos is that Lagos is sort of the heart of Nigeria. And we're going to Lagos, not only are we going to do medical mission, but also we're going to have a convention. And there are a lot of Nigerian physicians that trained in the diaspora that are now in Lagos that we're looking forward to meeting with. They are also excited to see what AMPA is all about and how we can collaborate.
Thus, we launched what we call the telehealth in the primary health centers, which is still in existence today, actually. And this program was run by one of our colleagues, who is a co-chair, current co-chair of medical missions, Dr. Philip Osehobo. We're hoping to replicate such efforts in other parts of the country. Again, for capacity building, training, especially with this JAPA syndrome, where physicians and other healthcare professionals are living. We're hoping to bridge that gap.
So AMPA has formed the AMPA business arm called Global Health Standard Care. And that's the business arm that's going to help push a lot of health standards and bring a lot of AMPA doctors from the United States back home in Nigeria to help with their knowledge and expertise. So instead of Jagba, we are Jagba dying.
AMPA has been trying to make itself more diversified in every way. And in fact, in the last 10 years, we also elected 2 female presidents. And our current president-elect is also a female. And we're hoping that more females will get involved, and people from other tribes and different parts of the country will get involved in AMPA leadership.
Being a female president in AMPA was something different for the organization.
It has been truly inspiring to see more women stepping into leadership roles in AMPA and shaping the future of our organization and making an impact in the medical community. And seeing them lead makes me know that there's space at the table for me.
And our ladies have what they call Ladies Hat and Tea event, usually on Saturday mornings during our conventions, where they raise funds, and these funds they use it to support orphanages or other health initiatives in Nigeria.
In 2012, Shirley Aluko, Toksi Tomi, and I came together and we started what's called and known currently as the AMPA Women's Hat and Tea program. And what started as an initial conglomeration of where women who came for the convention could have fellowship and discuss and integrate in a way that's fun and then otherwise provides towards programs that affect women and children has become this huge, beautiful event where we're able to raise funds to actualize a lot of these programs. And over the years, we've done several things, including creating spaces for orphans, providing baby food and formula to kids that need it, providing running water, again, for such entities. And in our current iteration, our awareness and prevention program for breast and cervical cancer prevention.
Now, very importantly, we have just 2 years ago modified and indeed we've matured our governance model, doing so by separating our board of directors from our executive committee. And this has enabled our board to focus and drive strategy and accountability, and it's allowing our executive team to focus on operations and execution of said strategy.
We had to rewrite the bylaws, and to then, after rewriting the bylaws to reflect the new board structure we were trying to promote, then we had to bring that bylaws, new set of bylaws, amended bylaws to the board.
Become more nimble in the way we function in AMPA. In the past, we had 44 board members, which included all chapter chairs, all committee chairs, past presidents, and so the number was large. But we then did some introspective review with even external consultants that recommended we downsize our board, which we did. And now we have only 11-member board, which is very efficient and makes decisions rapidly and efficiently that can allow us to go to the next level in all our programs.
AMPA has accomplished tremendous amount of good things, not only for the organization and its membership, but also for our dear country, Nigeria. Nigerian physicians have made tremendous impact in the Americas. If you remove Nigerians from the healthcare system in America, the impact will be felt immediately. Because there is no field of endeavor in medicine in the Americas today that a Nigerian is not making an impact. When they say 7 out of every 10 black physicians in the Americas is a Nigerian, it's a fact. And you can imagine when you remove all of these people, what will happen to the diversity in healthcare delivery.
AMPA, when I talk to people and they say, why should I join? I say, you should join because together we're better, but more importantly, in all that you do, in the care that you deliver, in the jobs that pay you, There's nothing that actually strikes home more than what it is that you do out of the passion of your heart. And that is being able to be your authentic self, that who you are, irrespective of whichever environment you find yourself in, to speak in the language of understanding that you have a community of people that are just like you.
AMPA is much more than that. When you go to AMPA, you see people you went to secondary school with, people you went to universities with, people who come from your own neighborhood. So there's sort of a cultural and social connectedness and networking that you don't get in any other professional medical association for Nigerian American physicians in America.
So the AMPA business arm is open for business. We are looking to partner with different organizations, be it governmental and non-governmental, to help to standardize healthcare in Nigeria so that it doesn't matter wherever you go in the world. If you are in Nigeria, you will get the same care. That's the hope that AMPA brings.
If you're already a part of AMPA, you know who AMPA is. If you're not yet a member of AMPA, I would encourage you to please look into AMPA again. If you've looked at AMPA before, look at us again. And if this is your first time hearing about AMPA, we'd like to talk to you some more. We're only as strong as the people that we have. There's a lot of talent out there that are really aligned with the AMPA mission. We need you. We need your talent. We would love for you to come to the table. Let's have a conversation. Again, my name is Dr. Toyosi Okuromo. I'm the membership chair of AMPA right now, and I'd love to be able to welcome all of us into the fold, have us bring our talents and make AMPA stronger.
The ANPA Board Retreat of 2004 took place at the prestigious PGA National Resort and Spa in West Palm Beach, Florida, from October 31st to November 3rd. Key issues and future discussions of ANPA were discussed. The 30th Scientific Convention hosted by the Southern California chapter was held at the JW Marriott Anaheim Resort from June 19th through June 22nd, 2024. The Southern California chapter welcomed guests with a memorable reception.
This is our 30th convention, and next year will be our 30th anniversary, our birthday. But here now in Southern California, we are hosting the national convention, and this is our welcome reception here in Anaheim, California. We're going to make AMPA more popular, a household name in Nigeria, and we're going to engage other partners here in the U.S. to make health in Nigeria and the U.S. a little bit better, especially for our people. That's my grand plan.
Where Taylor Popola served as red carpet host, and special guest speaker Professor Akin Abayomi, Honorable Commissioner for Health in Lagos State, Nigeria, addressed the attendees. The evening was filled with special dedications, music, and lots of celebration. In alignment with AMPA's vision for a healthier Nigeria and a healthier world, the 4-day convention focused on challenges and importance of maternal care and women's health. The ANPA Education Committee curated presentations and panels designed to equip attendees with critical knowledge on these topics. Among the honored guests were Dr. Tunju Alausu, Minister of State for Health and Social Affairs in Nigeria, who delivered greetings from His Excellency, the President of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
I stand before you today, representing the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the Ministry of Health, and the entire Nigerian government.
ANPA delegates from across the country gathered in Anaheim and were warmly welcomed to the gala by Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass.
Good evening. I'm Mayor Karen Bass, and I'd like to welcome you to the 30th Annual Scientific Convention hosted by the Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas. The work that the association has achieved in the field of healthcare across the U.S. and Nigeria has resulted in life-changing healthcare services, technology, and research advancements. As a former healthcare worker and chair of the House Foreign Affairs Committee on Africa, I've been to Nigeria several times, and I want to thank the association for their work addressing healthcare disparities and creating a healthier, happier, and more equitable Los Angeles. Here's to another 30 years. Thank you.
Also in attendance was Dr. Diana Ramos, the California Surgeon General, who praised ANPA's significant contributions.
Kedu Sanu Bawani. It is an honor to be here with all of you, my esteemed colleagues and partners. And really, you are an example of the dream that many people have when they come to the United States. All of you are a testament to your leadership and dedication. Thank you so much.
Several notable dignitaries and renowned speakers addressed the urgent need for change agents in healthcare globally. During the convention, ANPA conducted its biennial election for new executives and the president-elect, Dr. Gertie Anyawuoke. On Saturday, 22nd, a series of exciting events took place. The men participated in the Golf Classic, the women hosted a hat and tea event, and the youth enjoyed a soccer tournament and a city tour, traveling from Anaheim to downtown LA, Hollywood, Santa Monica, Marina del Rey, and all the beautiful beaches of Southern California. It was truly an experience of a lifetime. ANPA has received major sponsorships and partnerships over the years, continuing to open doors for even greater impact. The convention concluded with a breathtaking gala night. Guests arrived adorned in vibrant cultural attire, and the evening was filled with great music, spectacular performances, and delicious food. Solomon King Group provided media production and transportation services, ensuring a seamless event. Countless dignitaries were in attendance, and the night was colored with awards given by the outgoing president, Dr. Chinyere Anyaogu, the city of Anaheim, and the California Legislative Assembly. A special Lifetime Achievement Award was presented to Dr. Dapo Popola, among other honorees.
I know they for your chit chat, yo. Carry your matter, they go TikTok, yo. My gentle days on go. I know they look back, yo. When I land, then you go see commando. I don't land, then you go see commando. When we land, then you go see commando. We don't land, then you go see commando. When I land, then you go see commando. I don't land.
The outgoing president was honored with love, flowers, and gratitude.
Then you go see commando.
And Dr. Clifford Eke was sworn in as the new president for 2024 through 2026.
You know, what if you don't know? You know. Now you know. Now you know. If you know, you know. The big
Clifford Eke, do solemnly swear
to uphold the responsibility
to uphold the responsibility
and expectation
of
the office of the President of AMPA. So help me God.
So help me God.
So as the incoming president, we're handing over the gavel for you to be able to proceed over the organization's events with wisdom and authority. And with this, you are the current president of Association of Nigerian Physicians.
Undefeated, undisputed, unopposed, luxury or nothing. Money is talking, money is talking. Blessings on blessings. Forget what I know them, yes. Agbabola, how much is money? It's nothing. Ballin'.
The proceeds from the Golf Classic tournament were donated to charity, and the winner of the youth tournament was specially recognized. In line with AMPA's mission, the next convention will be held in Lagos, Nigeria, where both mission outreach and the 2025 annual scientific convention will take place. The night concluded with unforgettable entertainment, as dancing robots bearing gifts swept guests right off their feet. The 2024 ANPA convention in Anaheim, California, was truly a historic event, and it marked another remarkable milestone in ANPA's journey.
My people, I salute you. This is Dr. Cliff Eke, AMPA President, the Association of Nigerian Physicians in America, telling you about our upcoming 31st Annual Scientific Convention. Guess where? Well, Eco Lagos in Eco Hotel. That is from April 10 to 12. I tell you, this convention is, the theme is Advancing Patient Care, including leadership, research, and strategic investment. And we're aligning the health sector here in Nigeria and the diaspora to improve healthcare in Nigeria.
Thanks for staying with us. You're welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. A group of doctors from the Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas is in Lagos for their medical week. In the course of the outreach, the doctors will be taking care of more than 3,000 patients, train over 250 Nigerian-based physicians, perform over 350 surgical procedures, perform in excess of 150 eye surgeries, including glaucoma and cataract, as well as attend to more than 200 dental patients. For greater details on this very welcome medical outreach, we're now being joined by President of Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas, Dr. Cliff Eke, and the Association's Treasurer, Dr. Lanre Jimo. Good morning, gentlemen. Good to have you join us in the studio with us. Good morning.
ANPA's 30th anniversary celebrations took place in Lagos, Nigeria from April 4th through April 14th, 2025. 30 years of healing were historically celebrated by combining the ANPA Week, the medical, surgical, dental, and eye mission, training and capacity building programs with the annual scientific conference and gala celebrations. Collaborating across all these activities was challenging, but the results were beyond expectations. The medical mission. In the opening session of the medical mission, ANPA President Dr. Clifford Eke shared that this was the largest number of volunteers in any ANPA week to date. The mission was robust, comprehensive, and far-reaching, well beyond the scope of a typical medical care service. Volunteers provided services for adults and pediatrics across medical, public health, surgical, dental, and eye care fields. Multiple educational training programs and workshops were conducted for capacity building. Services included chronic kidney disease, menstruation health, helping babies survive, basic life support, stopping bleeding, mental wellness and happiness, breast and cervical cancer prevention, mammogram screening, and dental implants. Other hands-on training projects included EGD, colonoscopies, and glaucoma eye surgery. ANPA's 31st Scientific Conference. The theme of the conference was Advancing Patient Care, Leadership, Research, and Strategic Investment. The sub-theme focused on aligning the health sector and the diaspora to improve healthcare in Nigeria. The conference took place from April 9th through April 13th, 2025 at the prestigious Echo Hotel in Lagos, Nigeria. ANPA's Gala Night. ANPA's Gala Night was held on April 12th, 2025 at the Convention Center of the Echo Hotel in Lagos. It was an evening to remember. The event was co-hosted by Dr. Dapo Popoola from Los Angeles, California, and MC Jesse from Lagos, Nigeria. With over 1,000 attendees, it was the largest gala in ANPA history. ANPA Care's emergency guides was officially launched by Dr. Clifford Eke. The Hat and Tea event. This event was sponsored by the women of ANPA, raising funds to support various causes, including orphanages in Nigeria, cervical cancer awareness, and breast cancer awareness. The Golf Tournament. The golf tournament was held at the Ikoyi Club in Lagos, Nigeria. Over 40 golfers teed off in support of ANPA's ongoing medical mission. The Soccer Tournament. The soccer tournament was held at Methodist Baptist High School in Lagos. Funds raised were donated to support future medical missions in Nigeria. 30th ANPA Anniversary Conclusion. As the week of celebration came to an end, so did the story of ANPA's 30 years of healing. But the work continues. A story of giving hope and health to the underserved people of Nigeria. When service meets skill, nations are healed. ANPA, better together. God bless ANPA. God bless Nigeria. God bless America.
Wow, and wow. I think everybody is just as impressed as I was watching such a beautiful piece of history. Wasn't that powerful? What we've just seen is more than a film. That That was living history. AMPA at 30. It's a celebration of vision, of sacrifice, of impact, told through the stories of people who carried this organization and this mission forward for 30 years. Truly inspiring. I have had the pleasure to live part of it, and just I stand in awe. Now, I'd love to take a moment to reflect together. What stood out to you? Share with us in the chat. We want to know what moments in the documentary moved you, inspired you, reminded you why AMPA matters. This is your opportunity. Share your thoughts, share your memories. We're going to take a few minutes and read them from the chat, and share your hopes for the next 30 years of AMPA.
Dr. Susan.
Yes, sir.
Great job. While you're looking at the chat, I have a wonderful chat that I would like to read.
Absolutely.
Where we're reading and these reactions. And this comes from our friend. I'll read it. It says, "Dear Dr. Cliff Eke, I congratulate the Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas, AMPA, on the occasion of your 30th anniversary. I have had the privilege to be associated with AMPA over the last several years and personally know two past presidents, Dr. Mike Etomi and Dr. Chris Okunseri, who incidentally are from Edo State. Also, we have Dr. Alfonso Sobayuwana, interestingly, is from Edo State also. The governor who is writing this doesn't know him personally. Anyway, I am particularly grateful to AMPA for the assistance and support of the governor in Edo State. I recall with excitement the historic medical mission to Edo State in 2022, with over 60 volunteers, AMPA doctors across many specialties, where over 6,000 patients were treated during the mission, 6 days plus extended care. AMPA clearly demonstrates the catalytic role the diaspora can play in regenerating their motherland. And I wish you many, many more years of service to Nigeria and mankind. Godwin N. Obaseki, Governor, Edo State, Nigeria, 2016 to 2024.
Oh, fantastic.
Thank you so much, our governor. And he's actually in the audience, and watched all this. We appreciate his attendance.
Wonderful.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Go back to you, Susan. Go ahead with the reactions.
I was a part of that medical mission. It was a fantastic mission. The governor was so supportive of that mission. That's a wonderful comment. Another comment here from Dr. Jemima Onwa. Wow. The documentary AMPA at 30, A Healthier Nigeria, was truly captivating. The storyline held me from start to finish, and the soundtrack was simply brilliant. We love that. For me, it was also deeply emotional to see our founding fathers and how they connected us to the original vision. Despite challenges, including power outages, they never gave up. They pushed forward. And because of their persistence, lives and generations have continued to be saved and impacted. Yet it's bittersweet that power remains such a big challenge in Nigeria to this day. I was filled with pride seeing our AMPA children and growing AMPA chapters, the embodiment of our legacy and hope for the future. Long may we reign, Dr. Onwa. That's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Fantastic documentary. What a wonderful review of AMPA's history and contributions from Simi. Let's see, some more wonderful, let's see. Nkechi says, so much selfless service. I am so grateful to the past presidents for this beautiful service. Absolutely, absolutely. AMPA has benefited, has been spoiled by great leadership, and that continues. Let's see, as we continue, Dr. Makinde, excellent documentary, great impact. Congratulations to all of AMPA. Tosin, AMPA rocks, absolutely. That's very clear. AMPA rocks. A very simple and powerful statement. Let's see. This one is from Idzik Chukwu. The selfless acts of service to humanity, the community of like-minded individuals ready to go to the ends of the earth for their fellow brethren. So amazing. Absolutely beautiful comment. This is all so inspiring, looking back and seeing what 30 years has done and the hope of what 30 more years can do. Okay, Dr. Mba, amazing job. Thank you. I'm particularly impressed by the relentless efforts of the founders. I appreciate the AMPA leadership, the legacy, engaging the younger generation. I think we cannot elevate enough the founders and their vision. I stand in awe of them. I've worked with Dr. Amirov recently. I'm sure many of you looking at what you've created 30 years later, it's got to be truly, truly something that is a lifetime experience. So we all take our hats off to the founders, absolutely. Ngozi, the vision of the founders and how the torch is being carried on, I'm super proud of AMPA. Absolutely, absolutely. This one's from Ishat Olonge. Wow, the documentary was so beautiful to watch. Seeing a video clip from the initial AMPA meeting was particularly remarkable. It absolutely was. Seeing all the medical missions AMPA takes on demonstrates how selfless AMPA is. It's heartwarming to see. Thank you, AMPA. Beautiful comments, and keep them coming. We love to see this. We really need to give, it's really good to give people their flowers while they're here. So I love all these comments to our founding fathers. I stand in awe of them. I know many of you do. We cannot thank them enough. MUO says, if our founding fathers could do it then, yes, we have no excuse and we'll definitely keep the flame burning and keep it great. Thank you, AMPA. I think this cannot be repeated enough. We have seen a wonderful success that AMPA is today. If our founding fathers could do it then, think of what we can do in their honor by following their example. As we keep going, Stafford and Boye says, the grit, the perseverance of unrelenting founders and members inspires the younger generations and paves a way for the future. Absolutely. This is 100% the case. I want to commend AMPA for the past 30 impactful years. We in Life and Times Media Group are proud to be a part of the vision as publishers of the 30th anniversary book. And big thank you to Life and Times for being here, being in the chat, and we mirror that. We thank you for your recognition of what AMPA has done and for being a partner with AMPA these recent years. Let's see, let's keep going. Tokwe says, this documentary highlights the enduring excellence that AMPA represents, inspiring both present and future generations. Grateful to be a part of the experience. I think that mirrors everything that those of us who've come after believe. We are grateful to be a part of this experience, and we're excited to see what 30 years looks like going forward. So thank you all for your comments. Keep them coming. One more to Dr. Eke from Dr. Mba. Thanks a lot, Dr. Eke, for this amazing production. Thank you to the production team. This is impressive. Yes, please let us recognize His Royal Highness, Dr. Cliff Eke. He is truly somebody who has been a great, great leader for AMPA. Going back to that mission trip in Edo State, he was who I was following. I was following his lead, following his example. He was staying in the operating room, ungodly hours. Me, I said, look, let me do the same. Next thing you know, I became a general surgeon, removing breast masses just because I was following his example. So people like me, Dr. Eke, hats off. We look up to you. We thank you for your leadership. Let's see, let's have a few more. Let's see here, Zoom user. Nice documentary. I can only imagine the effort the founding members invested in making AMPA a reality. As well, kudos to everyone that has contributed in one way or the other in bringing AMPA to the level it is presently. It's really inspiring. It has opened my eyes. It has opened my eyes to what AMPA stands for. This is from Dr. Inwama. It has opened my eyes. I want to emphasize that for those of you who are here. We had near 200 people watching this documentary. Many of you whom didn't know of AMPA's rich history, but now you've seen it. So I hope just as it has for her, as it has for me who's even lived it, that this opens your eyes to what AMPA is doing. And this causes you to invest with your time, invest with your money, invest with sharing, become a member, engage with all the different funds that we have going on, like the Pearl Fund. These things are used to continue the work. And it's so important. This work doesn't get done without support from people like you. And as we carry this energy forward, I encourage each and every one of you, as Dr. Popola said a little earlier, there is a book. Life and Times just mentioned it in the comment, a book. It's a piece of this legacy that you can take home. Dr. Eke will speak more about it a little bit. It's our AMPA at 30 commemorative book, and it's available. It's more than just pages. Please keep that in mind. It's a keepsake. It is a record of what we've accomplished in its inspiration of what is to come. And by owning it, you're only helping support the next chapter of AMPA's mission. So please, I see so many people who are inspired by the founding fathers, who are inspired by what we've seen in the documentary, who are inspired by what AMPA has achieved. Buy this book, take it home with you. Share it with your friends. Share it with people who maybe say, you know, what is the diaspora doing? Where is Nigeria going? Show them the evidence of what vision and commitment looks like. So I'll go back to the comments and let me know, ladies, if I get too indulged by some of these comments. I think I saw one up here. This one just says Zoom user. Special shout out to AMPA. Its history tells us how humble beginnings can change history. AMPA is a story of fortitude and unity. Proud to be associated with you. This is by George Etome, who is one of the well-known
past presidents.
past presidents of AMPA. So we thank you. You are a part of that history, Dr. Etome. So thank you for that.
They are twins.
I'm sorry.
You know that.
This is brother.
They are twins.
It's a lawyer. I'm sorry, Mr. Itomi. But
we gave him honorary doctorate, Susan. He's an honorary doctorate in AMPA because he's one of our, yes.
Honorable Dr. George Itomi.
There you go.
Thank you. Let's keep going here. Okay, this one's from AfriHealth Development Foundation. A beautifully scripted documentary. I'm so happy and proud of AMPA and all that the association has achieved in the past 30 years. A special shout out to my friends and friends of AfriHealth Development Foundation Nigeria who continue to shine with AMPA, the foresighted and the amiable Dr. Iheanacho Merowa, the delectable and brilliant Dr. Charmaine Emilife, and the indefatigable and energetic Dr. Cliff Eke. Let's not forget the visionary founding members, the past presidents, and every single individual who has contributed to the success story that AMPA is today. Congratulations. And this is from Dr. Mbelu, Executive Director for AfriHealth Development Foundation. That is beautiful. You threw some very long letter words at me. Very nice, very nice. I like it. We'll look at a few more. AMPA is bridging a gap and giving hope to the hopeless. The documentary was very inspiring, a legacy for future generations. Bravo to every stakeholder in and out of AMPA. Congratulations to AMPA. Congratulations to humanitarianism. More grace, more years. This is from Benedict. Thank you. Beautiful comment. And I think I'll end with this comment because it's so apt, and I'll segue to Dr. Eke after this. How can we access the book? ... In Nigeria is this question, but in general, how can we access the book? So I'll segue to Dr. Eke, who will tell us more about the book.
Wonderful. Dr. Susan Edionwe. Let's give her a round of applause. So see the energy she possesses. I love it. And she's a surgeon too. Yes, I remember those nights in Benin where we stay 3 a.m., even on Saturday or Sunday, I believe. The mission was over. But you and I were still in the hospital finishing cases because they kept coming. So thank you so much. And now she's also the president of MPAG, which is our advocacy sister organization, doing wonderful things. So like she said, please get engaged. Now you know more about AMPA. And the documentary has basically shown you the tip of the iceberg, because not everybody can be featured. There are so many people behind the scenes doing great work for AMPA. And of course, not everybody can be in this 1-hour documentary. The book is more comprehensive. So I'm showing the front cover of the book. Hopefully you guys can see it. It's AMPA at 30, A Brief History. There are 2 sizes to the book. There's one big one like this for old folks like me, because the font is bigger, so I can read it. It's like the brochure size. And then there's a regular book size, 6x9 available. The QR code is there on the screen. You can buy it at ampa.org, or if you scan the code, it will take you to the place where you can get it. In Nigeria, yes, we'll have copies physically available also. And eventually, we're going to make digital copies that you can also buy. And so we are officially launching the AMPA 30 book. And I'm going to read you forward briefly, just some paragraphs from the forward, so you see what it's talking about. The forward is written by yours truly, servant of AMPA, Cliff Eke. It says 3 decades of compassion, care, community service, education, and advocacy. And I broke it into 3 phases. Founding years, 1994 to 2004, and I titled Laying the Foundation. So 30 years ago, the Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas, AMPA, was founded with a vision statement of a healthier Nigeria in a healthier world to improve healthcare for underserved communities. What started as a small initiative led by a group of dedicated healthcare professionals quickly grew into a movement addressing disparities in medical care, preventive health education, and patient advocacy. During its first decade, the organization established its first community health programs, built partnerships with local hospitals and organizations, and launched early outreach efforts, setting the groundwork for its long-term mission. So the next phase, I title Growth and Expansion, years 2005 to 2014, Strengthening Impact. And you see this in the book when you get it. As the demand for affordable health care solutions increased, AMPA expanded its reach by formally creating an annual AMPA Week field activities, developing specialized programs for chronic disease management, maternal health, and mental wellness. This period also marked the introduction of major partnerships, government collaborations, and the integration of digital health solutions to enhance service delivery. The organization's impact grew, touching thousands of lives annually. Then the last part, the third phase, is 2015 to current 2025. I call it Innovation and Advocacy, Leading the Future of Community Health. The past decade has been transformative, with AMPA leading initiatives in telehealth, health equity advocacy, and research-based healthcare improvements. Responding to global and national healthcare challenges, the organization played a critical role in the pandemic response efforts, vaccination drives, and policy initiatives aimed at reducing health disparities. With a focus on sustainability, innovation, inclusivity, the organization has continued to evolve, ensuring that quality healthcare accessibility for all remains a top priority. In fact, AMPA changed to a smaller, more efficient board, currently led by Dr. Chine Logan, and expanded its vision to a healthier Nigeria and Americas in a healthier world. So we expanded. It used to be a healthier Nigeria and a healthier world, but we live in America, and so we also serve the communities we live in. We expanded our vision to a healthier Nigeria and Americas in a healthier world. I'm reading directly off the book, but you don't take my word for it. There's so much rich information here. And all the past presidents contributed to this book, all the presidents of the foundation and the advocacy group, our members, and of course the task force. So please, you can scan and get your copy. Meanwhile, I want to launch this officially. So the next slide will tell you what it takes to be a chief launcher. And I bugged some of you, and you responded. Chief launchers are those that have given us $1,000 or more. Then there's another, and I'm hoping some of us can join. You can tap chat in the, you can type in the chat if you want to be one of our chief launchers. which is $1,000 or more. In Nigeria too, you can convert it in Naira. We have a Naira account and we do take Naira because we do our work. Most of our work is in Nigeria anyway. So Dr. Acho and Mrs. Megemerowa launched the book with $3,000. So you guys clap for them. These are big, 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 big money. And we are at their house now celebrating this landmark event. Dr. Philip and Catherine Osehobo, $2,000. Dr. Julius and Dr. Mrs. Stella Padoa, $1,000. Dr. Tosan Oruariye, $1,000. Dr. and Mrs. Udo Asonye, $1,000. Dr. Dako and Mrs. Lily Kokola, $1,000. Dr. Cliff and Mrs. Ada Eke, $1,000. Dr. Mrs. Ifi Osunko, $1,000. And Mrs. Doris Nwankwo, the widow of our friend, late Dr. Dan Nwankwo, also supporting and launching the book with $1,000. So I'm sure we can get more people. I can't call every AMPA member or otherwise that can join this group. So you can reach out to me privately or go to ampa.org or type something in the chat or reach out to any of the panelists. So you'll be one of our chief launchers. Now, the next group I call our launchers. And these are people that are giving us anywhere from $500 to $999. You know, we're America, everything is 99.99, okay? So we have to add that. So these include Dr. Emeka and Dr. Mrs. Chichi Eziri. And Chichi is Chichi Anyogo, for those of you that don't know, our immediate past president. Dr. Yele and Mrs. Shirley Aluko. Dr. Tagbo and Mrs. Amaka Ekwono. Dr. Orano and Mrs. Nneka Ibieke. Dr. Emeka and Dr. Mrs. Ngozi Ezike, Dr. Professor Olusola and Mrs. Buki Oyemade also, and I know there are many more people that fall in that group. The next group I'll call our supporters who donate $300 to $499. So I left this list. You see there's a long list so that we can put your names as it comes along, okay? We also take Naira, we take cryptocurrency, we take pound, we take euros. So all of the above. And we take kinds too. If you want to donate your cars to us, we'll take it. Again, a friend of mine always says, the mission is not about money. But without money, there's no mission. So all this great work we do takes a lot of sacrifice of money. So besides the supporters, the friends of AMPA are those that will give us anywhere from $100 to $299. And then I call the last phase buyers, anywhere from the $30, the cost of the book, to $99. Again, this is the book published by Life and Times magazine. Chikenweke is the chief publisher in that company and is a friend of AMPA, supports her in a lot of things. So we'll be going back and forth on the book. Again, scan the QR code or go to ampa.org. You'll be able to get books. We have many, many copies and different sizes, okay? That's the back. That's the front. And inside is a lot of pictures, nice, colorful pictures. Some of the things you've seen in the video are also in the book. And this is the authoritative write-up, even more authoritative than the video you've seen. Okay, so we'll continue. I think, yes, again, this is a closer picture for you to see. Our editor-in-chief is Prof. Scott Mwako, as you know. And then Dr. Kokola and myself helped. The AMPA Repository Task Force, which I formed as soon as I took over, knowing that we're going to cross this milestone to help produce this. Okay, next slide. Okay, so I'm gonna.
Mr. President, sir,
yes, Prof. Please go ahead, sir.
If you don't mind, you know, I would like to say something about this Susan girl, Susan Idiorwe, and Yuri James. If you don't mind, I'd like to just say something that I've had in my heart for those two ladies.
Please go ahead, sir.
You know, Susan and Yuri, I just want to tell you guys, since the time you guys stepped into AMPA, this organization, you've really amazed me. I mean, your unwavering dedication to both your craft as surgeons and the advancement of AMPA is nothing short of inspiring. in an organization like ours that demands compassion and resilience, you girls have embodied all of those with grace and with a lot of grit. And I want to thank you all very much for that. I don't want to talk about my friend Stanley yet. Someday I will tell him. You know, your leadership within your association not only elevates the profession itself, but also lights the path for others to follow. So if you have younger people following AMPA, the work you guys have done to make that happen is not something that we can take for granted. So please, for all of you, please keep pushing the boundaries, keep setting the standards, and lifting others as you honor AMPA. The impact of your work ripples beyond the positions that you hold in AMPA. It shapes the future of this organization. You are not just making a difference. You are all defining a difference in AMPA. And I thank you all very much, so that when I am no more here, you know,
You'll be here for a long time, Prof.
Wherever I am, AMPA is in good hands. So I just want to say that before I forget. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President, for giving me that opportunity to say my mind.
Thank you so much, Prof. Now, you guys know why when I told you Prof is a mentor, and you know, he inspires all of us. And we have a named lecture after Prof, but AMPA can do more, hopefully in the future. He gives so much to us. And what he said, I absolutely concur. One good thing, they are all surgeons. Notice that, including yours truly. So there's something there. There's a trend, okay? Interestingly, when we're trying to form the Nigerian Physician Advocacy Group, because we wanted to increase our advocacy, there's so much you can do as a 501c3 organization, which AMPA is. So years ago, we decided to form a 501c4 Nigerian Physicians Advocacy Group. Interestingly, Dr. Mero was part of it, Dr. Okoro, myself, and Dr. Iyore, a bunch of you on the call. And Dr. Iyore James stepped up. We saw clearly how enthusiastic and passionate she was in these things. And so she became the first president of NPAG. And of course, when she left, Dr. Susan Ediongwe took over and took it to the next level. And NPAG is really very impactful. They don't just advocate in Nigeria, they advocate here in Washington, D.C., doing big things that even J1 visa, for example, where, you know, the change in atmosphere where we live now with, I don't know what to call him, but we'll call him President Trump. And all these people, you know, we have to be stronger together now. We have to advocate for ourselves, you know, because the US is changing and the MPAG has been very powerful to do things AMPA cannot do legally. So we thank them for that. And also Dr. Stanley Okoro, Prof didn't want to say too much about him. He also saw the vision to create AMPA Foundation, along with the support of our past president, Dr. Chris Okunseri. Again, I was part of that discussion, and we're able to found the foundation, which is helping us, hopefully, eventually, to make AMPA more financially independent. So these are a few of many, many leaders. I mean, AMPA is just blessed with wonderful people who serve selflessly, you know, and we talked about the Pearl Endowment Fund. Dr. Lanre Jimo spearheaded that. We talked about business arm, global standard healthcare. Our president-elect, Dr. Getty Anyanwoke, is spearheading that. So AMPA is going to be very, very much more robust, Prof, in the future. And when you guys retire and relax, you'll be smiling, knowing that these young people are taking it to the next level. So thank you so much for that statement, Prof. Okay, so now we'll go back to Dr. Susan Ediongwe, who also has a sister, Mercy Ediongwe, so don't get too confused, who's also very energetic, our IT committee chair. And she'll be introducing our next guest. And then after our next guest speaks, then I'll do the conclusion and we'll round up the whole occasion. Over back to you, Dr. Ediongwe.
Thank you, Dr. Eke, and thank you, Professor. I'm humbled by your comments, and I believe I speak safely for myself and Iore. We stand in the footsteps of giants, as you see at this event. We're trying to follow the example you all have set. So, your comment is very, very important to me. So I thank you for that. I also would like to recognize Life and Times Media Group. They left in the chat that they'll be buying a copy of the book for $300 to support AMPA's invaluable work in Nigeria, fostering a healthier Nigeria, a healthier world. Keep up the good work and impactful work. So thank you, Life and Times, for that. Anybody else? We do want your support. So please put it in the chat so you can be recognized. We appreciate you. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome a woman who has truly made history. She is the African storyteller, enriching lives through culture and wisdom. She's also the founder and executive director of Sabomi's Children Corporation. She's also the president emeritus of the Westchester Black Women's Political Caucus, and she was the first, in terms of her public service, the first African-American woman to serve on the Yonkers Board of Assessment Review. She does hail from New York. Please give me an applause in the chat as we welcome Sabomi McCullough.
Good evening, and thank you so much for inviting me to speak at this fantastic occasion. Thank you to the members. Thank you to the supporters. Thank you to your president, who has become my new friend. Thank you, President AK. And special shout out to the former president of the New York chapter, Dr. Tosin Oruwari, who honored me with the Political Leadership Award from AMPA in 2022. So as the African storyteller, I want you to know that we are better together. The Association of Nigerian Physicians in America is laser focused on their vision. What is that vision? It is a healthy Nigeria and America in a healthier world. It is a healthy Nigeria is one in which proper medical care doesn't cost a fortune, and where the average Nigerian can have access to medical care. How do we do that, you ask? We do that by continually educating our people on healthier lifestyles and balanced diet. Today, we all watched this documentary, and we ask that you partner and become involved so that America is a healthier world. America ranks near the bottom in injuries and homicides, drug-related deaths, heart disease, and diabetes. Lung disease was both more common with older adults who also suffer from arthritis. The US surpassed all other nations in its rate of infant death. It has the highest rate of new AIDS cases. America's young people were more likely than their international peers to die in traffic accidents. So I'm happy to partner with AMPA and make a donation today of $300 to support the efforts and the work of AMPA. And I have to congratulate you for all that you do. And that is greetings from the African storyteller. Thank you.
That is absolutely fantastic, and thank you so much for that donation. It's truly humbling, and we thank you for gracing us with just your legacy as the African storyteller. So please, again, in the chats and the comments, please show some appreciation to Ms. McCullough for joining us. Before I turn it over to Dr. Eke for his closing remarks, I do want to take note, Dr. and Dr. Mrs. Austin Ilore have donated 1,000, 100 and 0, $1,000. Just so touched by that gesture. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Dr. Asom, thank you all for the great work you do. I will buy a copy of the book for $200 and support with another 1,000.
Wow. Wow.
Another
That's
1,000
wonderful.
donation. Long live AMPA. Wow. Wow, you people, if I may take just a second, Dr. Eke, I think one of the things I have seen from the members, the supporters of AMPA, they are always consistently showing up. When AMPA puts out a charge to raise money, whether it's for Dopplers, whether it's for anything related to some of the COVID things we did, whether it's even for this, AMPA members, AMPA supporters, they show up. So I think maybe in this moment, giving them their flowers, their thanks, our gratitude for you all being so gracious and magnanimous and so giving. This is fantastic. Ambassador Solomon King of Solomon King Group will support with 500 for the great work
Whoa.
AMPA is doing. You people just it's not even going to me personally, but yet I'm blushing. This is so wonderful. It's so nice to see how giving you all are. You guys are such an important part of AMPA's story. So with that, I will turn it over to Dr. Eke.
Thank you so much, Susan. Thank you, all our donors. And yes, let me also echo what you said. Our members have been the bedrock, the solid rock behind AMPA. They're very generous whenever we call on them. They show up, they show out. So thank you. Thanks to all our donors, and we'll be responding to you afterwards formally and giving you a thank you note. Now, before my closing remark, I have a little surprise for all of you. Okay, but it's always pleasant surprise. It's not, So I'm gonna play somebody, Solomon King, is very involved in this. He's sacrificed a lot to help AMPA, actually. And he thinks AMPA, what we do is very rare, that we can convert this to a docu-series. So this will be a tease or a taste or a prelude to something that's coming bigger. And he may be reaching out to you members and even non-members, governors that have worked with us, presidents, past presidents, current presidents, people in high places in Nigeria who are friends of AMPA, people on this thing, to get your point of view and interview. It's going to be a 10-part series. It may be on Netflix, it may be on Prime, it may be on Hulu, it may be, we don't know yet, but we got to prepare. So, and you got to try things. You can't be afraid to try things. And we want to make AMPA a household name. When I first met him about 2 years ago, I was on the phone with him. When I said that, that's all he remembers. How do we make AMPA a household name, not just in the US, but in Nigeria? And he's doing his part to do it. So we're going to watch a brief trailer of the docuseries. Then I'm going to have him say a brief word about it. Then I do my closing remarks and we get out. Thank you so much. So go ahead and play the Right. Okay. All right. Solomon King, come and address our people here before we go to the closing. So you can take the seat.
Mr. President,
thank you so much. Yeah, go. So they'll see you.
Oh, wow, what a day. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Mr. President, Dr. Cliff Eke, and Mrs. Ada Eke. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Emeruwa Izal and Engineer Mrs. Emeruwa, Dr. Dapo. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. And I just want to use like 2 minutes to talk about the vision of this AMPA. And let me talk as a filmmaker. My name is Solomon King. I'm Ambassador for Peace. Uh, I'm the founder CEO of Solomon King Group with your production. I also do real estate here in Beverly Hills. And as a filmmaker, something happened in my life a while ago. I received a call. My mom was rushed to the hospital. She couldn't make it to UCH because they were on strike. So the private hospital was demanding that we have to make payment before they can attend to her. And I was pleading like, just give her the first aid. And before I would send money, she was gone. She died. And I was froze. I was blank for a long time. And when I came across AMPA, Association of Nigerian Physician in America. These are amazing people, close to 10,000 doctors, great people. And they would take out of their time here in America, as busy as it is, to go back to the motherland, to the fatherland, just to go and tend to people in their thousands of thousands, just to just to render the medical help, the medical outreach. And that got to me and that woke me up that no, there are still great people in this world that will leave their family and fly over thousands of miles across Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, just to go and render. And in April, AMPA made it back to Lagos and they attended to over 5,000 people. And I was hearing great news. So the first call I had with Dr. Dapo Popola and the president, and the outcry of the president is that he really wants to make AMPA an household name, a household name that will cut across the world. And we all know, we've heard about some of these people, Doctors Without Border, but what happened is because people chose to tell their story. And that's why I said, I'm coming in to partner with AMPA on this journey to tell this amazing story. So what you've seen that is so awesome is what I will call just we're still wet in the ground. This is just the surface. Now we're going deeper to tell AMPA story, and we're broken it down into 10 episodes where we will do justice to AMPA history, the mission, even the struggles. And there are people we call the AMPA children. These are people that were born into the insertion, the beginning of AMPA, and now they are professors of medicine. They are doctors themselves. They're engineers. They're IT gurus. And we need to tell that this is a generational impact that AMPA has put on ground. So we need your support. And it's not something like, this is our story. And like I will say, our story is our power, our story is our glory. And no one will tell our story the way we can. And we will be the one to tell our story. And we are starting with the story of AMPA, which are called the sacrifice of the true hero. So we will need you wherever you are in America, in Canada, in UK, in Asia, in Australia, anywhere you are back in the motherland in Africa, to do justice, to tell this story. not with the lens of what they are pushing in the media, but the true story, the real story of true heroes. There is one Nigerian doctor that took a baby from the womb, operated on the baby, took it back to the womb, and the mother had a normal delivery. They won't tell us about that, but we will be the one. So I will need you to rise up. The information will be spread, like Mr. President said. We will come to you. We are producing a Netflix-worthy production that is good to go on any major platform, both here in America and globally. So we need you to be a part of this. It's a 10 docu-series. We've interviewed over 150 people already, and we have more people to go. And if I can say something, Mr. Troy, get ready. We're coming for you. Thank you, because you're part of AMPA.
And his network.
And your network. So we'll love you. And this is a story we'll use to promote your business also. So we'll be giving our executive producers credit. There will be an opportunity for you to share in the streaming revenue. There will be a lot of countless opportunity. Above all, that you can be a part of history-making story that has changed the world and is still changing the world. So we need you to be a part. We need you to be a partner, and we long to see you to sponsor AMPA as an organization for life. We love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Good job. Good job. All right, guys.
Dr. Eke, before you begin,
Yes.
can I recognize some of the donations we've received?
Please, continuous, yes. And then also put the QR code, please, for the book as we keep. You can flash it. Okay.
So this one here, we here at Orji MD Surgical PLLC with Dr. Miriam Orji, my own personal person. She's supporting AMPA and the launch of the book with $500. Thank you, Dr. Orji. AfriHealth Development Foundation Nigeria has bought a copy with $100,000 and will provide a platform for an official launch of the book in Abuja during the AfriHealth conferences and exhibitions coming up in Abuja in November 2025. So that is fantastic to hear. Jonathan Ifeoma, Dr. Thompson, support with $300 donation. So we thank you for that. Dr. Okoye, I will launch the book as a member and a friend of AMPA with 150. So we thank you guys for those donations.
Thank you so much. And we can keep them coming. You want to speak about the merchandise on the screen, Dr. Diowe?
Absolutely, absolutely. As you can see here, I've been wearing my own AMPA 30 merchandise, and there is still lots of merchandise. We had this at the conference earlier this year. You can get some nice, well-designed long sleeves, short sleeves, as well as some custom printed pants and shorts. Look out for emails when everything is ready in the AMPA store shortly. The AMPA store is on Club Express, so if you do not have your access to Club Express, please reach out and let us know. But that will be coming down the pipeline. And also the book will also be on the AMPA store, so you can purchase it there as well.
Thank you so much. All right. Well, again, Ambassador Solomon, where is he? Okay, thank you. Thank you for I just wanted to acknowledge that big things are coming. You know, if we don't dare, we cannot succeed. And we have to tell our stories, not listen to what people say about us so much. So on behalf, these are my closing remarks. On behalf of the EXCO, Board of Directors, the entire AMPA members, I thank you so much for honoring us with your presence today and celebrating these first historic milestones, which are AMPA at 30 documentary video premiere and the AMPA at 30, a brief history book launch. And of course, here's the book. You see it more on the line, and we have a bunch to send to you. We hope you have enjoyed it and have gained a deeper understanding of our vision of a healthier Nigeria and Americas in a healthier world, and how we are systematically working to achieve it. None of this would have been possible without the dedication of our leaders, past and present, our members, staff, volunteers, partners, and supporters like you. Shout out to the planners. There's a lot of work went behind the scenes, especially after June 28. Savannah King is the one doing all this behind the scenes, showing everything. Chase Andrews and Deborah Finkler, all from our Secretariat Elevanta. Shout out to Doctors Susan Edionwe, Stanley Okoro, Margaret Collins, Dapo Kokola, Prof. Scott Emuako, our past presidents, chapter committee task force chairs, voiceover, mainly Taylor Kokola, a book publisher, Chike Nweke, documentary producer, Ambassador Solomon King and his group, us to the Emerowas, whose house we are, and also our families and all attendees. Thank you. Special thanks to all those whose dedication and hard work brought this repository to fruition, especially the task force, AMPA Repository Task Force, which Prof. Scott Emuako has listed earlier. So today we celebrate more than just an organization. We celebrate a movement, a legacy, and a promise to continue serving with compassion and excellence. The challenges in healthcare continues to grow, but so do our opportunities to make a difference and create a brighter future for all. I am proud to be your president, and I say, long live AMPA, long live Nigeria, long live USA, and please, you can repeat our slogan with us. The slogan are crafted for AMPA. The panelists, you know it. If you can unmute yourself, when I say AMPA, you say better together. We're going to say it 3 times. AMPA, better together. AMPA, better together. AMPA, better together. Thank you, and God bless you. This is the end. I have some good Afrobeat music for you that was composed by my friends, Mr. Magnus Chijoke and Ikenna. And you can play it now and enjoy, stick around, eat your popcorn. We're always available. Thank you.
Years of feeling and shining the book. And documentary launch on August 16th by 2. My prayers are carrying Nigeria out for the diaspora. Let's go. Up on the shine, 30 years strong. Healing the world, we carry life go on. From Nigeria to Yankee, we dey represent. Knowledge and compassion, we be the evidence. But it's all you can do, show for the scenes. Go jam, trap and shot the shine with the team. And talking back to history, the road. I'm back, that's it, we just not go.
I just had to share something. If you told me before.
From hospital floors to the global stage, physicians, the heart, wisdom, and age. Legacy day, not be yesterday. At 30 years of blazing the way. Stethoscope, brain full of fire. Service with love, they aim higher. Let the same with culture, power, and grace. AMPA, they lead, no one they replace. AMPA, they shine 30 years strong. Healing the world, we carry life along. From Nigeria to Yankee, we they represent. Knowledge and compassion, we be the evidence. Well, it's all you can do, show for the scenes. Of a boat jam, trap and shot the shine with the team. Looking back to history, the road. AMPA, that's it, we just not go. For the launch and premiere, voices of legacy make we all hear. Saturday vibes 2 to 4 p.m. Mark your calendar, no dollar. From scope to spotlights we did inspire. Doctors with purpose, spirit on fire. Solomon King put the lens of truth, celebrate the roots to reach the youth. Who they you the line? AMPA. Who they represent? AMPA. 30 years no small thing, no. Make we cheer, make we sing, no. AMPA they shine 30 years strong. Healing the world, we carry life along. From Nigeria to Yankee, we do represent. Knowledge and compassion, we be the evidence. Shout out to the legends, we look tire. Up forever, we they reach higher. Who they represent? AMPA. That the years no small things. Make me cheer, make me sing. AMPA they shine 30 years strong. Healing the world, we carry life along. From Nigeria to Yankee, we do represent. Knowledge and compassion, we be the evidence. Shout out to the legends, we no go tire. AMPA forever, we dey reach higher. Working to emergence, we no go tire. AMPA forever, we dey reach higher.
Okay, I know we're ending. Somebody has a word. Mr. Charlie Morse, one of the attendees here, just had a word he wants to share with us quickly. So come, Charlie. Come on.
Are we still online?
Yeah, we're still online. Come. We'll give him a moment. I don't know what he's going to say, but he has a word for us. It must be Holy Spirit.
That's right. Exactly. I did ask permission.
Yes.
And he nudged me forward.
Yeah. Please let him go ahead. You're on. Let me put on PC camera so you'll be.
Thank you.
There you are.
Awesome.
Okay.
My name is Charlie Morse. And a few days ago, I had no idea that I would be with this wonderful, prestigious group, which is a great privilege to me personally. People ask me, what do I do? Well, I'm a witness and a messenger. And what I witnessed today as an invitation from my dear friend, Solomon King, who I kept saying, where do I go? Where are we going? He said, you'll see. As we came up the mountain to this home, I felt an elevation of my own frequency, my own well-being. And I walked in this house and I knew something very special was happening here. And what I've seen is an example of what this world needs. The love, the kindness, the spiritual light that is in this room emanates out into the universe. And it's a great model of 30-year performing for others who will be inspired to come forth and bring their organizations together. Personally, I'm looking forward to the annihilation of the spirit of division that's in our world. Certainly it's in our country. It's not necessary. And for each and every soul that heard this message today, I bless you. I ask for prosperity in your lives. I ask for well-being, health, and blessings beyond measure, particularly with unanticipated favor in your lives, that you may continue the work that you're doing. And it's such a privilege to be part of it. Already I've got some plans to assist my friend Solomon. And thank you again for my ability to share, my opportunity to share. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, sir. Oh, that's you see that? That's amazing. Mr. Charlie Morse, this was spontaneous. He just happens to be here with us, felt touched by the Spirit, and gave us such a beautiful word, which is, better than any closing statement we can. So, guys, don't give up. Nothing good is easy. We will keep doing our best, and God will bless us all. So, you can play our music again. You can play the reggae one or the Afrobeat one, and we just enjoy. Mrs. Emerowa made us lots of food here. So, unfortunately, you're not here, but I'm going to eat for you, so don't worry. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. It was very, very good.
AMPA 30, a journey so grand, with Professor Wole Soyinka and Troy Pelshak in hand. We're making history with every step we take. AMPA spirit will forever make. August 16, 2025, the day is near. 2 p.m. EST, let's gather here. 7 p.m. what? The time is right. We'll celebrate through the night. AMPA 30, a journey so grand, with Professor Wole Soyinka and Troy Pelshak in hand. We're making history with every step we take. AMPA spirit will forever make. Physicians united across the seas, breaking barriers with expertise. From clinics to communities, we're making a change. AMPA's impact will forever range. AMPA 30, a journey so grand, with Professor Wole Soyinka and Troy Pelshak in hand. We're making history with every step we take. AMPA's spirit will forever make. The documentary tells our story true. The book launch, a testament to what we've been through. We're proud, we're strong, we're one. AMPA's legacy will forever be.